All right, so I had to go get some deep impact sockets, ball joint separator, and some because I needed 22 and 23 millimeter, and these are hopefully these will work. I need a low profile for what I'm doing on this. So this is the ball joint I need to get out. I already have the control arm. The new ones are over there. And I need to replace my sway bar arm links. And I need to replace it. Well, for now I have to replace this tie rod later. But I needed to replace my rack and pinion. The inner tie rods are bad. And it's leaking. So I gotta replace all of this. And then I gotta replace 2 control arms on each side and then the sway bar arm link. So I'm gonna try and do that. I will record bits and pieces as I go. So this is a low profile impact socket set that I got from Harbor Freight. It's the Quinn. I think it's Quinn. I always call it Kin for some reason. Anyway, um, they look nice. Hopefully they work well. But the packaging is pretty sweet. Foam insert that you can just set in your box, and you can use a wrench on it, as well as your torque wrench or impact gun or whatever you need. Okay, so I have the ball joint separator on now, and I'm gonna use my new. Oh, it's dirty now, but my new socket, one of my impact sockets, and I'm gonna use it on a breaker bar because I saw a video and this has to press this down, and if I'm too close and this decides to just break free, that could be a little problematic, and I do not feel like getting injured tonight. All right, so that's out. Makes a really loud noise when it snaps out, but look how bad that is. All right, time to take this out. I'll try to do this with one hand, I guess. Okay. Out with the old. Time for the new. Okay. Nice thing is that this new one actually goes in way easier than the old one. There. Good. Good. Time to bolt this on. Put this nut back on. So this side, I think this side is a 16 mil. Or maybe it's the 18. I think this, actually, yeah, it's the 18. The 16's on this side. I'm gonna grab some sockets. I have a wrench here, and I have another wrench here. So I'll just use these to snug it up. Just enough, and then I gotta take this off, put it in a new slot. I don't know if it's recording very well, but I damaged that a little bit. Okay. Okay, so I have that in now. I need to tighten this up. Brand new, nice. I need to tighten this up, and then I gotta torque them down. And then I'm gonna replace this. And honestly, I want to replace this because of how bad it is. But this is just got dirt in my eye. Let me put my safety glasses on because this is important. Okay, so I might have to, that's going all the way up. I might have to just, ooh, that's bent. That's pretty bent. Okay. Anyway, I need to get this out, which honestly, I don't know why it's in this way. Pretty sure when I saw the video, like most videos, it's supposed to be the other way. It's supposed to go in the bottom just like this. But I could be wrong. I need to double check one of the service manuals and see. But that's going to be a pain in the ass because I have to unbolt that, pry this up. I need to twist it. I probably just don't have time to do that right now because I'm trying to get some of this done tonight before I take this back to where I work on Sunday, and then I got to work on the clutch and the steering rack. So I got a little too ambitious. Anyway, gotta do this first, and then I gotta do the other side. All right. I got the new control arm in. It's all torqued to spec. This is torqued to 110 newton meters. And this over here is torqued to 80 newton meters. Or if you're trying to get it in foot pounds, the one on the control arm, like ball joint to knuckle here, is 59 foot pounds. And this over here, this nut here on the same side, on the side, this together is supposed to be torqued to 81 foot pounds. Okay, so the new one's in. Make sure if you don't have a new washer, make sure you use the old one from the ball joint. Oh. Throw that on. It's a new lock nut washer, or lock nut. Now, it's gonna start spinning once you start to tighten this, once it actually gets tight. So you need to put, it's a 6 mil. You can either use, or like a hex 6, like an Allen, or you can get or if you have Allen keys, the 6 will work. And what you gotta do is you gotta get a wrench. You ideally would like a 22, but I don't have that, so I'm using a 7/8 because it's close enough. Now, you're gonna want to set this in here so that the thing doesn't spin. Set that in there, and well, if you have two hands, you can do it, and then just tighten it down till it gets tight enough that you can't really move it with the wrench. And then you're gonna put the torque wrench on here with a 22 mil socket, and then you can torque it down to, I believe it was, I'll have to double check, but it's in newton meters, so it should be 80 newton meters for this one. And then this one again is 110 newton meters. Now I just need to install the new arm link. So it goes up here, it attaches to here, and it attaches down to the sway bar arm. Okay, so for torquing this bolt here, or this nut, this one is 59 newton meters. Now this one up here, that one's 65. All right, Time to torque it to 59 foot-pounds. So 80 newton meters or 59 foot-pounds. See if I can get this to set in there. It might not work. I don't think it's gonna work. I'm gonna have to figure out a different angle. So I forgot to reattach my battery cable. So I'm gonna do that now so that I can turn the steering wheel so that I have better access to what I need access to. Thankfully, this is in the trunk. I can't open my hood right now. Smaller, shorter socket acquired. Okay, here we go. Time to torque. There we go. Torque to 59. I pulled that bolt out that goes from the steering column into the steering rack. And I got the tie rods out. And now I'm just trying to get access to the steering rack, and I got to take a few lines off and then hopefully I can just take this out. But I probably have to do what procedure says with lifting the engine up a bit, disconnecting the motor mounts and then pulling it out.